Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are we doing? Can you hear me? Please do let me know that you can hear me. It doesn't appear we are live yet on our platforms. Okay, let me check. Please do let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to check. Okay, we are live on Facebook. Um, okay, let me check on Instagram. Okay, we are live on Instagram. Let me confirm that we are live also on LinkedIn. All right, we're live. All right, so we're live everywhere, but I don't know what happened to our picture today. It's showing in a strange way. I don't know why it's showing like this. I don't know what I touched, but I think we're just going to have to leave it for now. Um, I'm trying to find, okay. Okay, so I can't change it. We're already live. I've seen what I touched, but let's leave it like that. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. How are you doing? Please do let me know in the comments. How are you doing? How was your weekend? How is your week going so far? How is your day going so far? We have an interesting session for us today. We have a special guest today. But as usual, I'll just do a quick recap. Then I will read you the profile of our guest. I'll try to make it as short as possible. I don't even know how possible it is to make his profile short, but I will make it as short as possible. Let me just do a sound check quickly because okay. All right. Just to be sure. All right. So, once again, welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. I am and I remain your personal guide on this journey of growth. Last week, we started a new series, and this series will run for the month of August. September, we'll go into something else. And we're talking about habits of influence. Habits of influence. And today, we're going to talk about character is influence. So we're going to talk about how our character plays into influence. But last week, we started the series by talking about leading yourself first. Leading yourself first. Influence. This influence, I'm sure you have been hearing about it all the time. It starts with you. It starts from inside. It's not an external thing first. It starts inside, and then from what is inside, it comes out. So we explored that last week, why influence begins with self-leadership. You have to be able to lead yourself before you can lead any other person. Before you are able to influence any other person, you must be able to lead yourself. And we said that you cannot lead others effectively if you're not leading yourself consistently. That was the key word from that session. Leading yourself consistently. It's not just that you lead yourself once in a while. You have to be able to lead yourself consistently. Then it's possible for you to lead others. It's possible for you to influence others. And we looked at four pillars of self leadership that last week. We looked at self awareness, self discipline, vision alignment, and resilience. And we said self awareness is know yourself. And we spent time talking about this self-awareness because it is essential that we know ourselves. It's not enough that you have an idea. Know yourself, understand strengths, understand your weaknesses, understand what makes you tick, understand the things that either upset you, why they upset you, the things that get you, riled up, why do they get you riled up? See, many times what we do that we blame, oh, this person did something wrong, that is why I got upset. I am not trying to say that people should go around doing things that are wrong. No, but I'm saying that when you understand yourself, when you sit down and do that self-evaluation, you will understand why that action that other person took upset you. Why this is important, that sometimes, most times, that same action taken by exactly the same person would not upset another person. Why? So that's why you need to sit down and figure out why it upsets you so much, why it bothers you so much, so that you can deal with it. That's the importance of self-awareness. We talked about self-discipline. Self is self-explanatory. Discipline yourself, put yourself, in line so that you can attempt to put others in line. Vision alignment was the next thing we talked about that last week, and that is being able to all your actions, your thoughts, your words, your deeds should align with your purpose, the vision you have for yourself, or the God-given vision that you have. The things that you do, the habits that you're forming, the actions that you take, the words that you say, they have to align to that vision, to that purpose. And it makes habit forming actually easier when we align them to our purpose, to our vision. And then, of course, we talked about resilience, the ability to not just be able to go through situations and circumstances, but to come out better. Because you can go through a situation, a hard thing, and come out worse than when you went in. That is not resilience. Resilience is being able to learn from those hard things that happen to each and every one of us, from those difficult things that happen to everyone, being able to learn from it. So we said that influence is more about who you are than what you say. All right. So that was I think I did a good summary, I believe, of what we looked at um last week, Tuesday. So today I told us we have a guest, and attempt I'm going to attempt to do a summary of his profile. It is a rich profile. You will be glad you came today, honestly. So let me look for where I summarized it, because the profile is powerful, powerful. So today, our guest today is Coach Igho Otejiri Orienru. I hope I pronounced everything well. I've been practicing. He's a highly experienced transformational leadership coach, a trainer, and a speaker trained by the Maxwell Leadership Certified Team. You can imagine, this is not your run-of-the-mill trainer. Yes, I found out this. I did not even, as I was looking at his profile, I realized that we are both chartered accountants. I did not know that before. He's a chartered accountant, a tax administrator, an author, and advisor with a mission to impact others positively. He has led several projects on corporate strategic plans, organizational designs, tax administration, process reengineering, business startups, service charter, management retreats, human capital management, leadership trainings, and performance improvement for various organizations in both the private and the public sector of the economy. Like I said, he's a chartered accountant and a fellow of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. He holds 2 master's degrees. Interesting. An alumnus of the Haggai Leadership Institute, Singapore, member of several professional bodies, including Institute of Directors and the Chartered Institute of Taxation, Nigeria, where he's also fellow and was a member of the governing council. So you can see that, like I said, this is not your everyday trainer. This is not your everyday coach. This is someone that is seasoned, someone that has it inside, So today he's going to speak to us as I bring him up. All right. Our coach is here. Our coach and my professional colleague is here. Welcome, welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you very much for making yourself available today. Because when Coach Ify told me that she would talk to you, I was like, will he even accept? He doesn't know me. He doesn't know me. Will he accept to come? So thank you for accepting to be here today. And we look forward to, if I drinking from your wealth of knowledge, from your wealth of experience today. Welcome, Coach. I can't hear you.
Thank you very, very
All
much.
right. All right.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, Sister Ngozi, for the invitation. And thank you to everyone that is joining in. I am honored to be here. Thank
All
you.
right. So welcome. Um, okay. I don't they say something is blocking my face on Facebook. Um, I'm not from my own site, I'm not seeing the blocking, but please let me know. Explain to me. I'm seeing a message on Facebook that the right top is blocking my face. Um, please do explain well so that I can try and make some adjustments on it if possible. Today, we are going to be talking about character, as I said. And remember that our general topic for this month is habits of influence, the habits that we will form that will help us to live lives of influence, to help us be able to influence others, even as we influence. Um, okay, Coach Ify on Instagram says she can see us well. All right, I guess that was an issue on Facebook, but it seems to be okay now. All right, so thank you for joining us, Coach. I ask that the floor is yours. Go ahead and take your session. If I have any question, I hope I can pause and ask you the question or any comment that I want to make.
Okay. Once again, thank you very much, my beloved sister Ngozi and my in-law, them also professional colleague. It's a great privilege for this invite, and I do not take it lightly. For that wonderful profile you just read, I trust God will help us. We are who we are by the grace of God. This topic is very dear to my heart. Those two words, character and influence. And the topic is character is influence. Hmm. When we talk about character, what are we really talking about? We are actually saying that who are you inside? Character means who you are inside, showing out by the way you think, by the way you speak, and by the way you act, especially when no one is watching you or when no one is really, really seeing you. How do you think? How do you feel? How do you act? And how do you speak? That is character. It is the real you that is inside. Then influence. Influence is that ability to that ability to make sure that you are making people to do things in a way that they would have not done on their own. That it is the influence is I like describing it. Let me give you a description of influence. We all know that we use salt to cook, right? And when that salt is in a container on the table in the kitchen, it is beautiful in that table, but is it useful? It's not useful as long as you keep seeing it in that container. is not useful. But if you want it to be useful, you take a pinch, you put it inside the soup. What happens? The salt sweetens the soup. And as soon as the salt has finished its work, people can eat that soup and enjoy it. But what about the salt? Can you still see the salt? No more. That is the power of
Mm.
influence. That is the power of influence. So, influence is that ability that you can use to lead people or to take people to achieve a certain goal. Okay? Why, like I said, character is the real you. So, character
Mm.
and influence, they go together.
Mm.
I would like to put it this way: character is the root that is inside, is not seen. Influence is the fruit
Mm.
that is seen. Can you get that
Yeah,
picture now? So character is the root, influence is the fruit. You can fake influence for a while, but if the character is not there, if the root is dead, everything will eventually collapse over time.
true.
That is why my coach, John Maxwell, used to say that leadership is influence.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about leadership is influence. Your ability to motivate, to stimulate, to guide people towards achieving certain goals that if you are not there, they will not be able to do it themselves. But it emanates from character if it must stand. If it must stand the test of time. Let me quickly share a true story, a true life story that is told by the person I'm going to talk to himself. That is about Christopher Collade. He told this story to us
Okay.
himself. He said there was a time he was a member of a committee, and after they finished their work, they wrote a report. So each of the committee members were proofreading the report. And a place came where the secretary of that committee wrote that we know that all Nigerians are corrupt. Kolade said no way, that he was not going to sign that document.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I don't know of others, but me, Christopher Kolade, I am not corrupt. Go to the newspaper, go to the television and broadcast it. If I have stolen any money, if I have taken anything that is not mine, come and arrest me.
Okay.
He refused to sign that document until they change it. They can say some Nigerians are
Yeah.
corrupt. Okay, fine, but don't say
Oh,
all
yeah.
Nigerians are corrupt. He did not sign it. And do you know what? Christopher Collade became so popular up until now, even in his old age, he became so popular. You know, there was a time he was ambassador of Nigeria to the Great Britain. Almost all multinationals will want to have his name on their board because his name alone creates a lot of positive vibes and
Yeah.
influences. He's a lifelong trainer in and teacher in Lagos Business School. So that is the power of character and
Influence. Yeah.
influence. Because he has built so much root of integrity, of thinking right, of doing right. In fact, Christopher Collade said there was a time he took Nigerian Naira and he spoke to Nigerian Naira, said, Naira, if you can disgrace and abuse anybody, you will not disgrace me. You will not embarrass
Mm.
me. So he has built that character. So his fruit, which is the influence, spreads to everywhere positively. That is the way character and influence works. Do you get my point? It doesn't just protect. That is when you put character into work, at the end, it doesn't only just protect your reputation, it multiplies your influence. You get that? Character multiplies your influence because as the root keeps growing deeper and deeper and getting more water, the fruits are getting more and more and more and more. So the starting point is build your character very well. Then your influence, you automatically will grow, because a mango tree cannot bring fruits. A mango tree cannot bring orange. An orange cannot bring banana. Mango will bring mango. Orange will bring orange. That is why it is important we focus on the issue of character before we can think of, okay, I want to be a person of
True.
influence. Now, let me quickly give us three pillars that we can never forget. I call them TCC. For those of us who are into tax, TCC means tax clearance certificate. TCC. The first pillar, which I want to emphasize on, is the pillar of trust.
Mm.
I always say that trust is the gateway. Trust is the gateway. It is the entry ticket to influence. Reason being that people don't just follow titles, they follow
True.
trust. And I quote my coach again, John Maxwell. He said, people buy into the leader before they buy into the
Mm.
vision. That is where trust comes in. Another story again that comes to my mind right now is the story of Gandhi in India. His name is not Mahatma. It is the Indians that added Mahatma. Mahatma means the great. Why was he Mahatma Gandhi? Why was he Gandhi the Great? It's because of his character that brought great influence. There was a true story of a lady who had a young son who was abusing the use of sugar, and it was now affecting his health. She spoke to this her son to stop eating sugar. This boy did not listen. So one day she took this boy, went to meet Gandhi, and said, and booked an appointment, met with Gandhi, and Gandhi said, "What do you want me to do for you?" She said, "My son eats sugar too much and it's affecting him. Please talk to him to stop eating sugar." Gandhi looked at the mother, looked at the son, smiled, and said, "Please, I will talk to him in a month's time.
Mm.
My secretary, can you book an appointment? Let us meet 30 days time." Of course, Gandhi said, "Meet 30 days time, you'll be happy." So they booked an appointment and she left. So in 30 days time, the lady came. Right from the reception, she was given a special welcome because Gandhi has been expecting the mother and the
Mm.
son. So when they came, before she introduced herself, Gandhi said, "I remembered two of you very well. I've been waiting for you. So sit down, welcome. Now I am going to talk to you." So he now asked the young boy to sit on his lap and told him, "Young boy, don't eat sugar too much. In fact, if you can stop it like me, it is better for you. But if not, take very little because it will affect you." He started giving the disadvantages. So I don't take sugar. So please promise yourself, promise mommy, and promise me that you will not abuse sugar anymore. This young boy started crying. Said, "Why are you crying?" Said, "If you can leave all your busy schedule to come and talk to me, and you yourself too are not taking sugar, I will not take sugar again." He started crying,
Mm.
hugged his mother, and Gandhi told them bye bye. As the mother was about stepping out of the office of Gandhi, she turned and said, "Excuse me, sir, can I ask a question?" And this is the cross of the entire story. Gandhi said, "Yes, go ahead." The lady appealed, "Please don't be embarrassed." Gandhi said, "I will not be embarrassed." So she asked, "Sir, if what you just told my son and I was what you wanted to tell us 30 days ago, why didn't you tell us then?" Did you
Mm-hmm.
get that?
Yeah, I even wanted to ask that
Gandhi,
question too.
yeah. So this is now the cross of the whole matter. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
listen. This was Gandhi's answer. Gandhi said, 30 days ago, I was still eating sugar.
Wow. Wow.
See the power of trust. So that is why Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the
Mm.
world.
Yeah.
So how will I ask somebody to stop doing
You're
something
still
when I'm
doing
still
it.
doing it?
Yeah.
You get it? So that is why we said for character, trust is the gateway. People should trust you, and you earn trust if you don't force it on people. Let me go to the second one. I know I told you there are three pillars,
Mm-hmm.
TCC. So the first one is trust, like I said, which is the gateway. Where as long as people can trust you, your words are your bond, and over time, people will first buy into you before they buy into your vision. The second one is consistency.
Consistent.
I always tell my students, because I run the program Self Mastery for High Achievers, I said, let your consistency be over intensity.
Mm.
So consistency is the next pillar, and I call it consistency is the proof of character,
Mm.
because character is not built in a day. No way. Character is built daily. Is built daily. So influence will grow when your words and your actions
Mm.
matches, and it is over time. So keep on doing that same thing over and over again. Let's give an example. If you have a colleague who is always on time, who delivers on time, over time, when you want to give an assignment to somebody, who will you give to? Is that
Yeah.
person you give to? For example, thank God, one of my mentors, Tunde Fala, today is his birthday. I knew in 1990 when he was my manager in the bank many years ago. And I was just doing my work, not knowing that he was very observant. And he just piqued interest in me up until today. When he moved to Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, he called me. I did not apply. He said he will come. It is people like you that will work with me. When I remembered how you were working with me in the bank,
Mm.
that is consistency. What you do daily, what you do daily and always is more important than what you do
True.
occasionally. To be consistent on that trajectory of being truthful to yourself, doing what is right. So that is the second pillar. And the third pillar is courage. I often say courage is the catalyst. Integrity will cost you in the short run, no problem. But the reward is long lasting. It's long lasting. Courageous character will earn lasting respect. I want to give example of myself now when it comes to this. At the time, I was the head of training school in Lagos State Internal Revenue Service,
Mm.
where I was there for like 8.5 years. I trained over 3,000 staff. In one of the exams I did for the students, two people results were swapped, and it was so bad because it was at the edge. What I mean by the edge is that anybody that scored above
Mm-hmm.
70, they are given special postings, because that means they are sound in numerals. So they will post such people to places like audits, accounts, and things like that. And now this person who scored 70 something was swapped for somebody who scored 60 something.
Wow.
And the result has been published by the time it was
Mm.
seen. Of course, if I kept quiet, nobody will
Yeah.
know. My staff, then they just felt, no, 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 let's leave it. It will embarrass us. They might even sack us. I looked at it. I said, no, this thing is wrong. So I warned all my staff. We find out where the mistake was. We realized that some people did not do their job well. So we blocked all the loopholes. I carried everything. I went to my director. My director called the head of HR. The head of HR happened to also be my
Mm.
friend. By the time I started talking, the head of HR was winking at me that I should not talk. I know I spoke. I owned up. I said, excuse me, sir, we made a
Yeah.
mistake. This is this, this is this, this is this, and I want to correct it. He looked at me, said, "Well, is it right?" I said, "Yeah." What happened? I told him, and I quickly told him, we have actually made adjustment, and by God's grace, we promise you this error will not happen again. But sir, for posterity and for my clear conscience, let's correct it.
Yeah.
Corrected it, and instead of we being queried, My boss even now trusted me
That
the
is
more.
it.
The beautiful thing is that the student owner who got the right score up until tomorrow, anywhere she sees me, she will jump on me and hug me and said, "You are a good man." So courage is the
Mm.
catalyst. It brings everything to limelight. So those are the three pillars that can help build that character, the roots that will make the influence to begin to flow very, very well. Now, let me add two so that it will be five things I'm leaving with us. Remember, I've mentioned
Yes,
three, isn't
yes.
it? I talked about trust, I talked about consistency, I talked
Character.
about
Oh,
courage.
courage.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, courage, consistency, and
Yes.
trust. Now, there are two habits that I want to leave with us, making five things we must not forget. Number one habit is keep to your small promises.
Mm.
Keep to your small promises. Remember, I told you I wanted to do two. I just realized that it will be too much. I just said, let me do one. And I've kept to this very one that I promised.
Yes.
Keep to your small promises. Return that call.
Mm-hmm.
Meet that deadline.
Yeah.
If you don't have if you don't have credit in your phone now, anytime you have credit, return that call, return that text message. Don't assume they know that I have seen it. No. Okay is a reply. I have seen is a reply.
Yeah.
Thumbs up is a reply. Those small, small promises, keep to those small, small promises. It will strengthen your character and thereby strengthen your influence to grow more. Remember, I said character is the root, influence are
Fruit.
the fruits. The next thing which I want to say is speak the truth with
Mm.
grace, even when it is uncomfortable. Why did I say speak it with grace? With grace, because grace means God's riches at Christ's expense. There is no way you can do it without the strength of God, irrespective of your religion. There is a God who has sent us here on assignment and who is the one that can enable us to do the right thing at the right time with the right people for the right result. So speak the truth with grace, even when it is uncomfortable. Now, how to also do that is we should be swift to hear, slow to speak. You should not it's not necessary to respond to
Yeah.
everything. In one of my books, the book I published 2023, Manage Your Time to Manage Your Life, I put there that it is not everything that needs your time that takes your sorry, it's not everything that takes your time needs your
Mm-hmm.
time. So don't give your time just to everything. Just because somebody says something, then you speak. Must you say something? It has even been said that sometimes when you keep quiet, even if you do not know anything, they will think you are a very wise
Yes.
person.
I can testify to
So
that.
let's speak the truth with
Mm-hmm.
grace because influence is a shadow. Your character decides the size and the clarity that it will show. And another way to speak the truth with grace, which is also tied to keeping your small promises, let's learn to under promise
Over
and
deliver.
over deliver. Let's not behave like my tailor. A very good tailor, very good tailor for over 20 years. But his only problem is that if this my tailor, I won't call his name now. If this my tailor asks you to come and take your cloth tomorrow, better add 2 weeks because it will not be
Two
ready.
whole weeks.
It will not be ready.
Mm.
So when we learn to under promise and over
Mm.
deliver, then we will be able to begin to grow. But remember, it is a determination because this race on character and influence is not 100-meter dash,
Mm.
it's a marathon, it's a lifelong issue. Every every day you are taking a step forward, you are moving, you are building stamina, you are
True.
moving, you are building stamina. you are moving, you are building stamina, because your influence tomorrow is being built by the character choices that you are making today. So make sure that you always build using those three pillars. And if you're able to do that, I want to assure you that over time it will become a lifestyle. You don't force it on anybody. People just see it, and you now realize that you are also accomplishing the assignment that your creator sent you to come into this world to do.
Yeah.
I want to pause there for now.
Wow.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So much value already within how many minutes unpacked. Let me just add something. You mentioned about being consistent. I remember that
Yes.
one of the places that I worked, I was brought in to manage vendors. Mhm. If you have managed vendors before, you know it is not easy. So as I came in, I saw a lot of things on that table, above table, those kind of moves.
Mm,
And this is
mm,
not in my character. And I know that the person that gave me that job, that was why he actually brought me to that particular job. Ordinarily, that job was like a step down for me from where I was coming from. But because I knew what this particular person that gave me that job was looking for, I took the job. So initially, there was so much pushback because I was trying to put everything, everything has to be above board. You, if you are submitting a quotation, submit it into a locked box. Don't give to me. Don't come and see me. Don't come and tell me anything. Submit it in that box. On the day we are going to sit and look at it, the box has two locks. I have one key. Somebody else has another key. So I can't even open it only myself. That day we open the box and we look at what is inside and we decide whose quote is best and all that. But one particular person felt that um, he's from my place. I didn't know this until he came to tell me anyway. He felt he's from my place. So he took out special time, came to my office, yeah, came to my office with bags of rice and some other things. Hmm.
mm,
That's he came. Madam Ungos, I have a gift for you. Immediately, I was like, is it my birthday? He said, no. I said, okay. Is it Easter? When I said no, is it Christmas? When I said no, I'm like, in his mind, I'm sure he's wondering why all these questions. I said, okay, if it's not my birthday, it's not Easter, it's not Christmas, why are you giving me a gift? Honestly, he was taken
mm,
aback because obviously he's not used to that kind of thing. Why are you giving me a gift
mm,
from nowhere? We've not met before. It's not as if we've been vibing or something. You've not
mm,
met me. You don't know me. You just heard I'm from the same place, as in the same town as me, and you land
mm,
with gift. He said, no, just just wanted to come and just okay. If you want to greet me, greet me. Let's talk. After you greet me, you can go. Hmm. He now began to tell her he's from my town, this. So quotation did not that. So okay, did you submit it inside that box? I said, yes. Is that your best you can do? He said, yes. I said, then you don't have a problem. If that is the best, you have no issue. Because when I bring out those things, those tenders, those quotations, if your own is the best, know that you are getting it. But if for any reason your own is not, I am sorry. Even if you're my mother, you're my father right now, and you submit rubbish quotation, I will not give you. Ah, the man couldn't believe himself. He has not, I guess he has not seen this type of thing before. So I sent him and his gift
mm,
away. Why I'm bringing this up because he tried it again through people now. He didn't come direct. He came through some of my staff. If not that I had already built up this consistent integrity. In fact, this is me. I can't change. It wasn't even, I didn't even think about it. That's, you said something about you don't have to think about what you're doing anymore. I didn't have to think about my
mm,
response to him. It just came because this is what I am used to. He came through so many people. He came through my subordinates. He even tried to come through my boss because my boss then was also from my place. He also tried
mm,
to use idea and come. The response was almost as if I practiced it, but I really did not. I didn't think about the response
mm.
was almost exactly the same.
Same.
So yes, truly, we have to ensure that we are not just saying these things. They are not just words. They are not just things that we
Yeah.
are saying. They have to become a part of you. They just have to become a part of you.
Yeah.
Character is developed, as you said. Character is developed. Nobody is born. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
not met the person that is born with
Mm,
perfect good character. We're actually born, I think, with some bad character because babies, when they are small, they bite the mother. That's not character
mhm,
ordinarily because they're doing it
mm,
on purpose. It's not as if they actually
mm,
bite you knowing that it's painful. So we are
mm.
all born
Yeah.
with that. Um, I don't want to call it bad character, but with the tendency towards not good character. We must develop
Mm,
and build good character. It is not by magic, also. It's really not by magic. So let me ask a question that just came to my mind as we were talking. We're talking about integrity and all that, and we know that in some environments, in some environments, it's actually very costly to practice integrity. Is very costly to you. Maybe you could lose your job in a lot of things. You gave the example you gave about the results. It could have gone another way in another place. So, in such environments, in those kinds of environments, how do you hold on to your values? How do you do the right thing when it looks easier to compromise? Yes.
mm. Thank you so very much. You are just speaking to me because I worked in a place where compromise is the order of the day. I remember one of my staff came to me when I was head of training school, and he was very sober. He met me in the office. He said, "Excuse me, sir, do you know you have missed opportunity to have become a landlord and build house or houses?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You are the one that approves all the bills, all the invoices, all the quotations for everything here in the training school, the caterer, everything. You are the one that approves them. All you need to do is to just add to it, make sure that you tell them how to remove your own, and you become
Hmm.
a landlord." I said, "Wow. Then how do I stay in that kind
Oh.
of a house?" I said, "Sorry, it's not in my character. I will not do that." Other time, others said, "Sack the caterer, let's bring our own." I said, "What offense did she
Hmm.
commit? What offense did she commit? How will I sack her? Is she not doing well?" Every training session we ever had, if there's any feedback about the food, once we tell her, she gets it corrected. I don't have any reason to sack her and bring my own because I want to make illicit money. I refused. Then after the training school, I was posted to be the assistant director of the biggest directorate in personal income tax. And because I've trained most of them, they know me. When it comes to anything that is shady, don't even bring it near me because you are going to be
Hmm.
reported. And if you are fired,
Yeah.
so be it. So one day, one of my proteges, she said they were gisting, and they now told that my protege, look at your guy. He's saying that It does not want to belong. Meanwhile, people under him are
Mm-hmm.
cleaning out. They are making so much money and they don't
Yeah.
want to belong. I said, I cannot belong. And by the grace of God, till I left, I did not belong. Now, is it by my power? No. Remember, I told you the second habit, I said, speak the truth
Grace.
with grace. So, I told all those stories to wrap it up by saying, one, make up your mind. Who
Yeah.
are you? Who do you want to be? Where are you going to? I'm here on assignment, and I must report to the one who have sent me here. And I want to receive a commendation from him, not
Yeah.
from man, that say, well done, thou good and
Exactly.
faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your rest. So if that is ahead of you, every other thing becomes small and insignificant. But if you do not have, and that is summary of your values, Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you do not have values that you live for and even die for, then it's not worth staying
Mm.
alive. So your value must be clear, your principles must be clear, what you want to stand for must be clear, and you must be true to it
Every day.
every day. Then you not depend on that grace, then you can follow through. And never mind, people are
Mm-hmm.
seeing you, people will copy you. But they might not say in your presence, but after you have gone, they
Yeah.
will copy you. Do you know, every year now, I train a group of people in my former place of work. And guess what? I don't even teach them on tax or accounting. I teach them on self mastery for high achievers, where we talk about all of these things
Yeah.
I'm teaching. Talk about emotional intelligence. Talk about how to manage your time, how to manage your life, how to operate with people, and they know that I can teach it because by
I've
God's grace,
lived it.
that is how I
Live
live
it.
my
Yeah.
life. So summary is speak the truth with grace and depend on God, then with your value and stay true to it. Might be difficult, my sister. I tell you the truth, it
Mm-hmm.
might be difficult physically compared to others, but when you stay true to it, you have conscience void of offense before God
And
and before man. And that is the
yeah.
beauty.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Yes, really. Once you keep living that life consistently, it becomes easier. Definitely, sometimes you may suffer
Yeah.
loss. Nobody is saying that there might not be times where there might be some kind of, I lost a job. I've lost a job because I refused to bend. Is one of these things. Is life. But when you continue to showcase that integrity, that good character, in time, the rewards are there. But we also have another question. Let me quickly read it. On Instagram, they say, are there any cons to influence? Are there any disadvantages or minuses to
Yes.
influence?
Yes. 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 Now, there are many of them. One of them is when you are not a person of principle. What do I mean? If you do not know who you are, where you are, why you are here, and you don't have values that
Hmm.
guides you, you will just end up copying somebody else. That is a very bad part. And that is what is very prevalent all over the world, not only in Nigeria. So you say somebody is your
Mhm.
mentor, you only copy the good part. Nobody is
Okay.
perfect.
Sure.
You don't take everything hook, line, and sinker. You don't copy. Permit me to give this example. I'm a Christian. By the grace of God, I'm a
Mm.
pastor. Sometimes it I feel it's embarrassing where I see proteges of some pastors who will dress like their senior pastor, talk like their senior pastor, barb their hairstyle like their senior
Mm-hmm.
pastor, almost do everything exactly the way the senior pastor
Mm.
is doing it. If the senior pastor is a Yoruba man and this is an Urobo man, who has Yoruba tongue before, over time you will be talking exactly
Yeah.
like a Yoruba man. I'll be wondering, is this part of mentoring? I've never seen it like
Mm.
that. So that is number one downside. You don't just copy everything hook, line, and sinker. You must be true to yourself. I think it was Pluto that says so. Be true to
Mm.
yourself. And um, why am I saying be true to yourself? Because Stephen Covey said, live with the end in mind. The day I will go and meet my creator, what will people say about me? Not those lies they come and tell at the graveside. No, what would they have been saying about me when I'm alive
Yeah.
that they will still say even I'm
Mm.
gone? I always talk about legacy. Legacy is that thing you leave behind in people because you have left it in them while
Yeah.
you are here. That is the things you do for people. When you leave, they still remain. So that is number one downside. The second downside, which is even more dangerous, is inability to improve on yourself. Because there's no stagnation. There's no way you can say you are standing
Yeah.
still. It is either you are moving or you will be taking
Mm-hmm.
over. Okay, so a lot of people, they just I think somebody said that a lot of people die before they are buried. They are only just moving corpse because when you refuse to learn, when you refuse to improve, when you refuse to keep growing, your growth habit. I don't want to move to a growth trajectory. We'll not close from here. When you refuse to be
Mm-hmm.
growing,
True.
you'll be crushed. So a lot of people suffer from the Parkinson principle, yeah, no, from Peter's principle, whereby they get to a level whereby they are promoted beyond their capabilities because they
Yeah.
refuse to grow. So learn to always grow because growth is
Mm-hmm.
never ending. Everything, every time, everywhere you are going, keep learning and keep moving, 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 because you have a value that is ahead of you. Then the third one is people who do not respect time. And I will stop with that. How do I mean? Because time is life. Time is life. So if you waste your time, you are wasting your
Yeah.
life. And if you do not respect time, you will not respect people, you will not respect business, you will not respect values, and every other thing will begin to go wrong. Those are the negative effects. So in Nigeria, you see, we're talking about African time. What do you mean by African time? There's nothing like
Exactly.
African time. So let me stop
Okay.
there. Thank
Thank
you,
you
ma.
very much. Ify, I hope that answered your question. Um, okay, I'm just checking the time. Maybe we'll conclude with this last question I want to ask. If if you could maybe to the people who are watching today, you have maybe one challenge to give to us that about living out our life with character, what would that be?
Mm. Wow. 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 Do you know the challenge I want to leave with every
Mm,
one of us is very simple. Between now and the next day, that is within the next 24
mhm.
hours, pick just one area of your life that you say you want to build on in terms of integrity and character. Check yourself and pick on one and tell yourself, I want to build on this within the next 24 hours. Is it in being on time to every
Mm,
meeting? Is it in being truthful to yourself? Is it in not being unnecessarily temperamental? Is it in being patient? Is it in being somebody who is studious and you now tell yourself, okay, from now on, every day I want to be learning 20 minutes. Choose one
Mm-hmm.
aspect, and within the next 24 hours, put it into practice and tell yourself you will do it for the next 21 days. If you can do it for the next 21 days, it will become part of you. You would have conquered that area, then you can move on. So that is the challenge I want to leave with every one of us. Find out one, pick it, and build on it. And if you want to reach out to me to counsel you further in such areas, I'm very, very available. Don't rush to say you want to become so mighty
Yeah.
person the next day. No, remember I said character is
Mm-hmm.
daily. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
ma.
very much. There's something when I remember you talked about time, keeping to time. And this is one thing
Yeah.
that I've always had issues with people with African time.
Mm,
Mm. I've
mm, mm,
always, in my office, any office I've ever worked, most times I'm the first person to come to work, even as the
mm,
boss. And in one place, it actually
mm,
caused a
mm,
problem because I now had like a register where when you come and sign in. And
mm,
they
mm,
assumed wrongly that, that register would be there. By the time I come to work, I will see what is on the register. So what I will do is I will come to work
mm.
early as usual. Then I'll park my car at the back. So that when you come in, you don't know whether I'm there or not. You won't
You
know
not
whether
know.
I'm there or not. I go into my office, close my door. People will relax and be coming to time, work when they want. Once it's 8 o'clock, because that was our official opening time, I pick up the register and take it into my office. In fact, so a lot of people were upset. What do you mean? What is that? Can't you see there was hold up, there was traffic? I'm like, there was traffic where I'm coming from too. My house is further than
Yeah.
your house from the office. I made it here early because I left my house early. So, yes, we really do need to learn because the way I see it, lateness is telling me that it's me that you're supposed to meet, that my time is not important to you. That is why you came late.
Mm,
Because if my
mm,
time is
mm.
important to you, you would come on time. You will put in the
Yeah.
effort needed. So I think we as Nigerians, a lot of us, we need this to be drilled into our ears. African time does not exist. There's nothing like that. Eight
Not
o'clock
exist.
is 7:55 actually. If
Of
you have an
course.
appointment for 8 o'clock, 7:55 you should be at that place. So that 8 o'clock you
Mm,
start whatever you need to do. They knew me, most places I work, that 8 o'clock is our time you start to work, it's not the time you arrive. So yes, it's not the time, it's when you start work. So if by
yeah.
8 o'clock you not
Mm.
started work, you're already late. You're already
That's,
late.
that is
Yes,
true.
so thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us today.
Thank
I
you.
really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
the time. I know you are busy. I know for a fact that you are busy, and still you took out this time to share with us. Okay, Coach Ife is telling you that she enjoys listening to you every day, anytime. So it's a
Thank
blessing.
you. Thank you, my sister, my golden sister. God bless you.
Yeah, okay, so thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us today. I really appreciate.
Anytime.
We appreciate the time
Anytime.
that you gave to us. Um, in fact, you started early following me up. It should be me following you up. But you started early following me up to ensure that everything was set for today and
Okay.
for this session. I really
I'm good.
appreciate you. Thank you so much
Thank God.
once again.
Right now. Thank
And
you.
for everyone that joined us today, thank you. I'm sure you got value. I'm sure something that was said today resonates with you. Please put it into practice. It's not enough to just hear. I've always said it in all our sessions. It's not enough to just hear. Practice the things that you are hearing. Do the
I
things that you are learning. Yes, just like our guest told us today, growth is continuous. It doesn't ever really stop. Keep growing. Um, and I tell us every day, ensure that not just that today counts for you, but that you are growing every single day. Find something to do that makes you better every day. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles. I will put up Coach's social media handles also on the comments once this session is over, so that follow him. I like to give us correct leads. It's not, I don't just bring any person one, and anybody that I bring, follow them. Go and follow their social media handles. You will benefit. You will benefit. It's for your own good. So I'll put up his all his social media handles also. Follow him, learn from him, drink from his wealth of experience,
Thank
join his programs. Yes, join
you.
his programs and grow. That is the aim of this whole session that I do, is to ensure that in every way and in every day you are growing. Follow us on all our own social media handles. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube. Follow me on my personal page, also on LinkedIn. There's so much information for you there. Also, we have a WhatsApp channel now. So please follow that channel. Also, subscribe to that channel. The information on that channel is quite different from the things that are being shared on all our other social media handles. So subscribe to that channel and gain all the things that are necessary for you to ensure that you are always growing. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon on Growth Habits with Ngozi. I can see so many people on Facebook. Mrs. Regina Obiago. Um, yeah, there are so many. Oka Ohiambe, Onwuchuluba, Kevin. Who else is here? The ones that I can see. Kelechi Umeobuka, thank you for joining me on Facebook. On Instagram, Coach Ifi, I see you. Zokoli, thank you for joining us. KEE Project, thank you so much for joining us today. Chicks Apparel, thank you for joining us. Brume Blossom, thank you. Nate's Cleaners Laundry, thank you so much. Terry Blackwell, thank you so much for joining us today. I see all of you, and I hope to see you next week also, right here on Growth Habits with Ngozi. The time is 12 noon, Nigerian, or is it West African time? Yes, it's West African time. West African time. Thank you all for joining me, and see you all next week, Tuesday. Have an awesome